Hello everyone, welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle Stimpson. I'm so glad that you are here with me this afternoon. If you are new here, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. And if you are joining us for the replay, you're going to have just as fun and healing a time as if you were here live. If you would like to join me live, go ahead and check out those details in the description below with all the regular days and times that I am here live streaming to you on YouTube 5 days a week. And go ahead and subscribe with notifications on if you want to know about some pop-up streams that I do around astrology and world events, or if you just don't want to miss an opportunity to join us and heal. And for those of you who are here live, go ahead and click the live chat button and feel free to make any requests that you have for your personal healing. It can be something general or specific. You can request some crystals be used, or you can let me pick some for you, because we're going to start out with a crystal grid. After about 45 minutes or so of building that grid together to all of your requests, we will turn the lights down, turn the music up, and I will send Reiki to you whenever and wherever you happen to be. Thank you so much for being here. If you would like to check out information about my live online Reiki certification classes, my crystal shop, community Discord, or social media, go ahead and check out the description below. And let's dive right in. Let's see who is in the chat. Oh, hey, everybody. Let's see. So many folks already here. I hope that those of you in the States had a great day yesterday. And for those of you who came out to the stream last night for Thanksgiving, it was wonderful to see you. Welcome in Grace, Chris, Cora Carr, Kimberly. It's so good to see you all. And let's go ahead and start putting in some crystals. I've started the grid off a little bit with the usual copper. Copper helps to break up energy blockages as well as sort of optimize the flow of Reiki energy. And today we're starting that off with a beautiful spiral. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, good stuff. Oh, hey, welcome in, Maria. So let's see. Garnet, flower agate, white coral. And for Grace, hey, Vincent, great to see you too. For Grace, we have heart healing. Heart healing and love, absolutely. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive right in. Here is flower agate. We've been working with this for a little bit now. Flower agate, it really represents the blossoming anew within ourselves when we grow and blossom into the next version of ourselves. So I love having this here. So we'll go ahead and bring that right in actually we'll put that right here, sending the energy up. White coral is fantastic for anytime you want to really focus on your soul's mission, your life's purpose, and doing the work you need to do in that regard, and to not be distracted or dissuaded from that in any way, whether it's internalized negative speaking from others regarding that, or influences that might get in your way, or even just sort of getting in your own way. This can really help you power through that. So we'll go ahead and we'll put that here. We've also got garnet. No matter what your goals are, if it is new start or if it's making the most of what you have in front of you, garnet is exceptionally helpful. So it's a very Capricorn stone. It's the birthstone of January, and it's very much related to the root chakra, grounding and being aware of sort of the earthly day-to-day things, specifically in regards to organization, practicality, leadership to some extent. Basically, it's a matter of getting things organized so that you can be as productive as possible. It also opens up creativity. So seeing new opportunities to optimize things really could benefit from creativity, and also leaving room for creativity within that can really help us to move forward in the best possible ways and doing what really matters most, making the most of all of our efforts. This is also really helpful for courage and finding balance in times of strength. So we will go ahead and put some here. Love garnet. It's my birthstone for sure. Okay. Fantastic. Okay. You can keep them flowing, everybody. We've got some green onyx to help with heart healing for grace. Green onyx can look pretty different. It can be lighter green. It can be darker green, this sort of deep green as you see here that's still sort of translucent. Onyx of all kinds, fantastic for protection as well as moving through grief. When it comes to green onyx, this helps with grief that manifests kind of in the heart center, whether it's old past love, loss of someone that we love or care about, or simply moving on to something new. This is one that can really help deeply support and heal our heart chakra, the energy center that relates most to compassion for others, and compassion to self. This stone very much embodies both of those. We'll bring that in. And of course, it's super pretty. Awesome. So we've got some requests here. Next we have iolite for Chris. Iolite helps with a lot of really diverse things, especially intuition, specifically intuitive visions. If you are doing any kind of journey work, meditation where you are seeing, or if you work in your dreams and you kind of see things but you'd like some more support bringing that in, iolite can be helpful. And speaking of dream work, if you have difficulty sleeping, iolite is a stone that can really help that, especially if the difficulty sleeping has something to do with intuition keeping you up. So we'll bring that in. A lot of folks also use this stone for money management as well as weight loss. So like I said, a very diverse stone. So we often use it here just because it supports so many different things. And let's see. Rutilated quartz, herkimer, angelite. Rutilated quartz helps to balance mind and body and also helps direct any kind of healing to exactly where it needs to go. And that's regardless of whatever kind of healing that is. So it can be you might be taking a medication and you want that medication to really do the work it needs to do where it needs to do it. You can use this crystal to help intend that take place. This also works for holistics and Reiki and acupuncture and anything else you can think of. It's also helpful for bringing up energy to keep you from getting run down and even getting ill. It's also protective of people when they are already ill, especially with getting into that place where we get into almost like a rest deficit. This can also be really helpful for getting our energy back after we've been ill. So if you are on the road to recovery from something, go ahead and bring this in with every intention that it help give you the energy back that you need while you rest up and do what you need to do to support your body to heal itself. Hey, Jen, good to see you. Angelite, as the name would suggest, helps us to connect with our angels. Whether you see angels in a religious context or a spiritual context or an energetic context, angels are there. We personify them as looking like people with wings most of the time, but at the same time, everyone understands them a little differently. Throughout different cultures, throughout history, we've seen the same angels showing up in multiple different religions and cultures doing roughly the same things. This helps us connect with our angels for being aware of their messages, sensing their protection, their support, and getting more familiar with their energy if you're someone who's new to working with your angels. If your intention is to start working with them or to start to be able to better feel their presence, angelite is a fantastic stone to work with. Yeah, Korakar, you would recommend iolite and amethyst together for rest and sleep help. You just used it together and it was amazing. I could not agree more. They are fantastic for sleeping well. Amethyst is almost like the lavender scent of stones when it comes to sleeping well. Absolutely. And hey, Heart, good to see you. Let's see. Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. If anyone has an intention to sleep better, let me know and I will bring that in. Let's see. Back pain. Honey, calcite, fluorite, hematite. Let's bring in amazonite. Oh, we do have a request for amethyst. Okay, great. Yeah, like I said, this can really help with sleeping. It also helps with the initial opening to spirituality. So if you're just opening up to anything spiritual or focusing on the self and self-healing, this can be a superb stone. Or if you're taking a new step, or taking a step in a new direction rather, in your spiritual pursuits, in your intuitive wisdom, this can help you to have an open heart and start to take those baby steps into a new way of looking at the world and the universe around you. This also helps with, in a way, doing any kind of work on yourself, any kind of self-improvement, where you could use a little support with self-confidence and forgiving the self, to have a little bit of compassion for yourself as you go through the process. It also helps us to take responsibility for what is on our proverbial plate, and it helps us to remember and set a better boundary on not taking on things that are someone else's responsibility. For that and lots of other reasons, this is a stone that's often linked with 12-step and recovery, whether that is from a substance problem, from a compulsion issue, whatever it might be. This can be an excellent stone, and it absolutely helps with sleep. And so let's go ahead and put it right under that iolite. And if anyone has any intention of getting a good sleep, oh yeah, there we go. Honey calcite helps with optimism, even in the most difficult of times, but it also helps to support us in bringing in, attracting, and working with the best colleagues, neighbors, new friends, and people that are in alignment with good, open, well-balanced relationship. So if you're starting a new job, if you're moving to a new place, this is a beautiful stone. I mean, it's a beautiful stone anytime, but this is an especially wonderful gift to yourself or to someone else to help them bring in and attract those well-balanced people that will enrich one's life, whose lives you can enrich, and have this wonderful give and take. This helps to balance the sacral and solar plexus chakras. Sacral is community and relationships and how we relate to the world and the people around us. And the solar plexus is our center of personal identity and free will, and following our own intentions, not being overburdened with outmoded ideas of what we need to do or have to do, or feeling obligated in ways that just aren't helping you. So this is a beautiful stone to call in, especially when you're, like I said, moving or starting a new job, but anytime you're going to be around a lot of folks. Amazonite, superb for the back, the spine, and the spinal nerves specifically, but also for self-respect and self-care. Highly recommend this stone for anyone who is more of a caregiver, whether that's your profession like nursing or mental health or social work, or if you are just sort of that pillar of your own community. You're the person whose phone rings when something's going on. This is a stone to remind you that self-care is important. You are important. You absolutely need, deserve, and require the kinds of self-care that you would provide someone else. So I'll bring that in. And anyone having back pain, this can be very helpful. Susan, good to see you. Tegist, welcome. Welcome back. Best stone to completely unblock the sacral chakra. There's a lot of great ones. Often, without knowing much else, I would say something like carnelian. Carnelian unblocks that the sacral in a lot of ways all at once. So it's very, no pun intended, multifaceted. I can absolutely bring that in for you. And I've got everyone else's requests too. We'll get through everyone's requests today. But let's bring in some carnelian now. Like we were saying, the sacral and how we relate to others in relationships. This is romantic relationships and just how we relate to others around us, community, coworkers, everything. But specifically, this stone can be very helpful for issues around sexuality and sexual health. This can be exceptionally helpful around boundaries, like healthy boundaries, creating space for others, allowing space for yourself, and for fertility. This is one of the most popular stones to help support fertility. It can help with healing physical wounds as well as with colds and things like that, like minor kind of viruses, as well as finding one's most destined partner, finding a great partner, finding a good love relationship. Also often thought to be helpful for apathy and laziness when they show up in your life, that this can help reinvigorate that sense of wanting to step into your life and how you engage with others. Also can help with creativity in a really big way. So we'll bring this in too. We've got some fluorite. I love this for calming, relaxing energy. It naturally forms these beautiful octahedrons. Fluorite is the same as the fluoride that's in our toothpaste and things. So it definitely helps the teeth on the physical level and on the spiritual level. We also know that it can be exceptional for relaxation and calming. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it in for that with the intention that it helps support Jen in all the ways that it's best to do so. I'm going to put those right around here. There we go. So that's fluorite. Hematite is exceptionally grounding, and in ancient times, particularly in Greece, was thought to be deeply clearing and purifying, particularly of the blood. That's why it starts with the prefix hema, like hematology. So yeah, it's this gunmetal kind of silvery gray, and it's very, very physically heavy. But at the same time, it's quite brittle. So if you are having difficulty being physically present, like say after Reiki or psychotherapy or meditation, anything like that, you feel like you're just kind of floaty and not really in your body, hematite can be super, super helpful. But also for really getting things to move, like energy specifically to move through and out the body, out the feet, connecting to the earth and being renewed, restored, regenerated. There we go. Apologies if you hear the sirens in the background. Oh, Susan's offering a massage table if anyone in the local area in Philly wants it. I know a lot of you are my Philly peoples. That's a really great offer. And if anyone needs sheets for a massage table, I have a ton. Let me know. Okay. Something to remove anger and frustration at insensitive family and stress. Absolutely. And I believe Chris had some requests too, especially howlite, which is what I would grab for that. Howlite, excellent for anger, frustration, and resentment, which, I mean, family stuff, a lot of times resentment can come up. It's almost like we can't talk about something, and so it just festers, and then eventually it blows up. That's not great. That's not helping anybody. It also helps teeth, bones, and hair. If you struggle with things like bone density, this is thought on a spiritual level to be really helpful. I often struggle with that. I have bone density issues, so I do keep it in my crystal grids for that. But yeah, this can be very helpful with anger, frustration, also with things that have to do with learning and also feeling stable in times of big emotional shifts. So helpful there. We use a lot of howlite here because of all the beautiful things it does. Go. And dumotierite helps pent up anger and frustration as well. This is one that can help you to stand up for yourself in those situations as well. So if you're dealing with anger and resentment and like how to assert yourself and set a boundary and things like that all at the same time, dumotierite can be really, really helpful. It's also wonderful for nervous dogs and anything that seems really hopeless. This is like the go-to stone. It's also really helpful for things like patience, which, I mean, when do we not benefit from that? But especially this time of year where we're getting closer to the holidays, it can be a lot easier to be short on patience. Certainly lots of folks are short on patience, and we are around them, so there's that. So I hope that helps. We also have, let's see, herkimer I wanted to bring in for Greg and Susan, and also as a request for Chris. Herkimer helps us to get in connection with the most spiritual version of what we're manifesting or asking the universe for. Asking the universe to give us the highest, best version of it, even if it's a little bit outside of our very, precisely worded request. It helps to make it a more optimal environment for you and everyone else attached to what you're requesting and asking for. It also helps us to be in the present moment, even when things are kind of swirling around us, as well as boosts our intuition, our psychic ability. It's thought to help balance energies between people, especially when those energies are not quite meshing in the best way. So, I mean, that's good any day, but especially the holidays. It's also helpful for balancing metabolism as well. So we'll bring that in. Let's put you all here. There we go. We also have, let's bring in some lapis for the request for Susan and Greg. Lapis is another one along with honey calcite that helps us to call in the best people for us to work with. This is sort of harmony. Lapis is more like when you're looking for somebody who has a good deal of integrity, especially professional integrity, honesty, clarity, face-to-face, being able to be direct about things so you know where you stand. It also helps with career advancement, which I know is part of the requests that you both have. And also just in general can aid disorganization. So if you feel like everything's at loose ends, this can help you kind of get that spin on everything where you are a little bit more in control of the details. Let's actually... There we go. And that is lapis, dalmatian jasper, and tourmalinated quartz. Tourmalinated quartz is thought to be helpful for the entire cardiac system, especially if there are blockages or scar tissue or a lack of flow within the cardiac system. It's also thought to be really helpful for any kind of scar tissue anywhere in the body, whether it's on the outside where you physically see it or inside, say, after surgery on a joint or something. You may notice that scar tissue is something you're fighting against. This can help break that up on a spiritual level. Oh, yeah. Yeah, lapis will help with the organization. And yes, Susan, for the discounts on tarot readings. Absolutely. I'll be in touch too. If you use so I did send out an email if you are on the email list, or if you're in the Discord, I'm going to post it in the Discord later too, that there is an opportunity to get a 90-minute energy healing session for a discount. There's also an opportunity to get 3 gift certificates for a 1-hour service for what ends up being $1 a minute, which actually is a sale also on tarot. But I will take a peek for you all, and I'm gonna add some more coupons as we go through this weekend. Tomorrow is Small Business Saturday. Monday is Cyber Monday. So definitely keep an eye out. I will share some coupon codes in here and there. But if you're in the Discord or on my email list, you'll get the higher amounts for your coupon codes. Yeah. Hey, future someone, good to see you. So yeah, this can also help. Tourmalinated quartz can also be really helpful in protection when you're traveling, as well as moonstone for that. And I know a lot of folks are traveling right now. Yeah, this can really help break up stuck, stagnant energy and get it flowing, get it moving. Let's see. Manifesting Heart's Desires. We did herkimer, which helps, but there's also Chevron Amethyst, which helps with sharing with the universe what you want and need, and also being open to messages received back that are telling you to shift your expectations or to ask for something slightly different, or even saying, hey, what you're asking for, it's right there. So I'll bring in some Chevron Amethyst. Beautiful. It's also thought to be really helpful for any kind of visionary work, seeing spirit guides, if you do any kind of meditation like that, or if you're somebody that usually sees in your dreams and you haven't lately, this can be a great stone to work with. It's helpful for any kind of, it's also helpful for tolerance of others, which is in short supply sometimes around the holidays. So bring that in. There we go. Thank you for being here. You're so welcome, Maria. Fluorite's there. We've got fluorite for sure. Leopardskin Jasper. And manifesting travel. I like that. Leopardskin Jasper helps us to connect with the animals in our life, including our animal guides and guardians. It is also a stone that links to healing animals in our lives anytime that you want to do any work to support the animals. It also helps with anything that is impacting the skin, whether it's a parasite or an inflammation or anything that's impacting the skin. So when my foster kittens were first here, I was treating them for ringworm. So something impacting the skin and animals. So I was keeping a lot of this in my pockets when I was taking care of them. Let's go ahead and bring in Maybe that's a little too, yeah. Let's do, there we go, leopardskin Jasper. Hey, Sammy. Wonderful. Okay. So there's our leopardskin Jasper. Oh, you're totally welcome for having this. I'm so glad you're here. Malachite and anything for direction. Absolutely. Just making sure I didn't miss anything. I think I may have. So let's see. Oh yeah, we could definitely use some smoky quartz, as well as some, okay. Sorry for the noise there, and dalmatian Jasper, absolutely. Smoky quartz helps with protection as well as transmuting energy. So this will also go to support the intention that was had by Heart with sort of like the insensitive family members to help like shift the energy that you're sitting in right now with your experience there. This is, smoky quartz can look this way, or it can be much darker, almost difficult to see through. And yeah, like I said, protection. This is also thought to be protective on the physical realm, used in ancient times to protect a home or business or anything really from theft. It's also very calming, especially when we tend to overly worry. Dalmatian Jasper helps us to keep our energy field clear, which can also be really helpful for Heart when it comes to Heart, the person that is in our chat. When it comes to having been around people that were kind of sour and it's just sitting in our energy field and it's hard to shake off, like anger and resentment, black tourmaline helps to repel negative energy. And in black tourmaline, we see these spots. It's actually rods of black tourmaline going through it. It's thought to help clear the energy field around us, and that can help us like shake off that energy, so we're just not carrying it around any more than we need to. Let's go ahead and bring that in. This is Caribbean blue calcite with aragonite. They are both types of calcite. Aragonite, the darker brown shades that you see here, that is connected to our earth star and root chakras. Those energy centers relate to making our physical needs and our soul's purpose tangible here on this earth realm, taking the steps to make things happen and feeling safe and secure, getting our basic needs tidied up. Whereas the blue, the Caribbean blue calcite, that's very much crown and third eye. It's connection to the interconnectedness of everyone, everywhere, the divine, intuition, all of those things. Putting them together, it really balances both ends of the energy spectrum, from expansion beyond ourselves to awareness of what we actually need as an individual. So it's thought to help optimize the flow of Kundalini energy, helping open and move that energy without being frightened of it. So this is a fantastic stone for that. So we will bring that in by request of Chris. depression and anxiety. Gotcha. Peace and harmony for your job and Reiki for your dog. Absolutely. Dalmatian Jasper is an excellent stone for healing with our animals. So I hope that that's helpful. And peace and harmony for your job. Carnelian, honey calcite, and lapis can be really helpful for that. And I'm so glad that you're here. Malachite, you said, and anything for direction. You got it. Okay, let's do some malachite, and I'll do one more, and then we're going to go into the next phase of our healing time together. So malachite. There's a lot of uses for malachite. I've always seen this as making it easier to move difficult emotions through the heart center, including the really difficult changes we need to make that might make how we show up in relationships a lot better. The heart chakra itself is related to compassion. So that's compassion for others, which is usually the first thing that comes to mind, but it's also receiving compassion from others. And for a lot of us, the most difficult one, showing compassion to ourselves. So this can help with that. It also helps with any kind of difficult emotional change. It can help move us through that. That's why it's got all the different shades of green moving in these, beautiful undulating swirls at sometimes. It's also really helpful. A lot of folks do use it for helping to manifest financial abundance as well, which is a really interesting take. I haven't used it for that, but we can set that intention if anyone likes. And there was one more, and I will bring that in. Okay, actually, let's put the smaller one here, larger one there. Oh, that's perfect. That works out well. And direction. Picture Jasper can be very helpful for direction. It helps to give us a little bit more vision as far as where we want to go next, what our next steps are, and even what our options are in some cases. It's thought to basically give us a glimpse at a picture of it. Picture Jasper can look so many different ways. It looks almost like we're looking at pictures of the desert. So here's some picture Jasper, so that can help with direction. We'll put that with the leopardskin Jasper. And we will also, I wanted to add, I did see the request for healthier eating, better relationships with food, weight loss, things like that. Also wanted to bring in some blue apatite to help with that. This is a stone that helps with all of the different attitudes and relationships with food, whether we've internalized guilt or shame around food, whether we're looking to have a more healthy relationship with it, whether we have some emotional eating patterns, whatever it is. If your intention is to be aware of patterns, to lose weight or even to gain weight, or make eating better food or eating food at all like a bigger priority, this is one to really help heal with that. So I'll bring in that blue apatite as well. So where shall we place you? Let's put them here and here. Okay, great. So okay, cool. So I'm going to go ahead and do that thing where I take a peek at a few of the crystals that might support the intentions that were stated by all of you as we went through so many different things. And y'all will vote on them while I explain what Reiki is to those who are new, and then we will get into the healing. So bear with me a moment while I just sort of think and ponder and sense. Chat amongst yourselves. I will be right back. And while you're voting, don't forget to like the stream if you haven't already. Let's see, what wants to come out here? All right, so here we go. The first is rose quartz. I feel like it can help lighten and brighten a lot of what's going on here, help to flood us with some very needed unconditional love, support, and well-being on all levels. So beautiful old rose quartz. And I feel like we could use a little bit of grounding. This came through more intuitively than anything. But one of the more grounding stones that I have is bamboo jasper. We don't work with it a lot here. We don't often need to, but here we go. This is bamboo jasper, exceptionally grounding. It also helps to feel like a little bit more connected to the earth, the plants. I find that in winter, those of us who live in really very temperate zones where we flip back and forth between heat in the summer, cold in the winter, it can be really hard to be separated from rooted nature when plants stop growing and things like that. This can help us to feel a little bit more connected to plant life and things that help us feel physically grounded. So go ahead and vote in the chat which one you think would be a better fit, bamboo jasper or rose quartz. Remember, you are not limited to just one vote, hint, hint. And while you're voting, please go ahead, like the stream, consider subscribing. I'm going to describe a little bit about what Reiki is and how it works, and then we're going to dive right into the healing. So as I mentioned at the top of the hour, my name is Danielle Stimpson. I'm from Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and I've been teaching Usui Reiki for about 14 years. If you'd like to learn more about me, my online Reiki certification courses, community Discord, crystal shop, or social media, all of it's in the description. And yeah, so what is Usui Reiki? Usui Reiki is a style of energy work that was created in early 1920s Japan by Mikao Usui. It was based, as far as like what is the definition of energy, very much based in the foundations of what we would know as Shintoism, which is the indigenous spirituality of Japan. Although there are many different cultural aspects to this practice that come from esoteric Buddhism, we see aspects of Hinduism, we see aspects of Taoism, we see aspects of different shamanic practices from Japan that were all sort of placed together and melded into this system by Mikao Usui. The very understanding itself of what energy is and how it flows is very much from the Shinto perspective. And in Shintoism, everything has a soul. Everything is interconnected, and the actions of one impact everyone and everything. Much like we've said in more like the tangible things of, on Earth, energy is never created nor destroyed, it just changes form. That's one way of applying it. Essentially, we are all interconnected, and there are many energies that are flowing through all of us, just all the time. One of them is this spiritually guided life force energy or soul energy, and that's actually what Reiki translates to. Essentially, we'll be connecting with that energy, which everyone has. It's flowing through all of you. Everyone has access to it. Essentially, through practice and intention, I'll be connecting to that energy and directing more of it to you. Your body, mind, and spirit already know how to work with this energy and are already working with them. This abundance of it, this sort of flow of more of it will help optimize what your systems are able to do with it. And you can set any number of intentions around your session. Even if you didn't think of one to share in the crystals and the crystal grid building and setting intentions, at any point in the session, just think of what you would like it to address. Take a deep breath and let it go. The universe will absolutely hear you. During your session, you may feel sensations in your physical body. You may feel different emotions beginning to shift and move. You may have some of your sort of inner voice, your subconscious speaking up and be able to hear it. You may also get some intuitive guidance or wisdom. You may also just feel really relaxed and kind of want to take a nice nap. Whatever shows up for you, probably a combination of all those things, just go ahead and enjoy. You don't have to focus on anything. You don't have to keep your mind silent. You can just get as comfortable as you want and be. If you're not sure if what's sort of coming to mind is helpful or if it's just sort of brain chatter, just take a deep breath in and out. And if it keeps coming up, hear it out. It might be here to, be the exact answer to your intention. During the session, if you feel like you're going to fall asleep, awesome. You don't have to stay still, but you can. You can close your eyes, lay down, sit up, whatever feels right. You can also use this time to journal, play music, check in with your tarot or oracle cards, do some yoga stretches, whatever feels right to you. This is your time to take care of yourself. I will turn the music up if you want to know about our content creator who made this beautiful music. Her info is linked in the description below. And I will turn down the lights, so you will notice that the lights will move slowly and gently through several different colors, but at no point will they flash or strobe. At the end of the 25-minute session, you'll hear my voice come back in. I'll invite you to take a deep breath, and I'll reopen the chat so you can go ahead and ask any questions you may have. You can also go ahead and share any experiences you feel you would like to. And from there, we'll go ahead and we'll continue on and enjoy the rest of our day. I will be back today, Friday, at 8 p.m. East Coast U.S. time. All those dates and times that I'm regularly here are in the description below. And if you can't join us later today, I'll be back at 8 p.m. East Coast U.S. time Sunday as well. So thank you so much for being here. If you do have a question outside of the live stream, go ahead and use the comments or reach out to me through the Discord or social media, and I'll do my absolute best to help walk you through it. Thank you so much for being here. It's an honor and a pleasure to share this healing with all of you today. So let's go ahead back to the chat, see what won that vote, and get into the healing. Let's see. Is it both? It's both. It's always both. Always both. So let's go ahead and put you here. We'll put this, I'm going to put a couple pieces of rose quartz here. So go ahead, get comfy, lay down, sit up, whatever feels right. You can move around all you need. Get a blanket if you need to, glass of water if you feel the need. I'm going to go ahead and send us some Reiki healing for the next 20 minutes. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad that you're enjoying it. I will send for the next 25 minutes, which if you're here with us live, that'll put us at 20 minutes after the top of the hour. Again, thank you so much for being here with me today. It is an honor and a privilege to share this healing with all of you. I hope that you have a beautiful session, and I will see you all in 25 minutes. I invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly start to come back to the room that you're in. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your evening, and I hope I get a chance to see you at 8. You're so welcome. I know that felt really good to send. For those of you who are celebrating the retail high holiday of Black Friday, now through Monday, there is a sale in my crystal shop. You can check that out. There's 20% off with the coupon code SHOPSMALL2022, 2022, all one word. For those of you in my Discord and on my email list, you will be getting a coupon code for a little bit more later this evening or early tomorrow morning. That again will be good through Monday. Actually, for you guys in the Discord and on the email list, it'll be good through the 1st. So yeah, so go ahead and check that out. And thank you so much for being here. I also have a new product line that'll be getting launched this weekend, so keep an eye out for that. Definitely crystal related. You're so welcome, Cora, Carr, Hart, Kimberly, Susan. Wonderful to see you all. This was a really calming, blissful grid. I needed it as much as all of you did, I think. And yeah, communal chi is absolutely a thing. We don't talk about it as much as we used to here, but the concept is that the more people come together with the same or similar intention, the greater the energy potential is magnified for everyone. So simply by being here, whether it's now or you're watching this in the future, you're helping enrich everyone's session. Oh, thank you, Maria. We enjoy spending time with you too. I'm so glad it was helpful, Heart. Future someone, great to see you. Great to see you as always. Feels again like so strangely quiet out in my neighborhood, and as I was saying to Jen yesterday about that, I don't hear anything outside. It's not popping off yet. Let's hope it stays that way. Oh, Sammy, you're so welcome. I appreciate having all of you here as well. Absolutely an honor and a blessing to have all of you here. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you find my voice soothing. Thank you, Maria. Oh, this weekend I will be working on the upcoming tarot for all 12 signs for December. So that'll be going up by the 1st. Yay. We can all use a little glimpse ahead, right? Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead here and start to wind us down. Remember, I am back in a couple of hours, 8 p.m. East Coast U.S. time. I'll be back again Sunday at 8 p.m. East Coast U.S. time. Links for the Discord and my email are in the description, as are links to all of my social media and my online Reiki classes. Oh, I'm almost at 500. Yay! When I get to 1,000, my channel gets monetized, and there's more that I can do as far as for the community using YouTube. So if you want to be able to have more tools that I can use to help make this a better space for all of you, which I cannot wait to do, go ahead and definitely let folks know about me and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for the support, everyone. I've been here like a little over 6 months, maybe just about 6 months, and already at about 500 people. That's great. I'm super grateful. We're getting there, guys. Thank you all so much. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here with an abundance of gratitude, and I hope to see you all a little bit later. If I don't, I do hope to see you again at some point soon, and I hope that you have a beautiful weekend. Take care of yourselves. Take care of yourself, you too, Key, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.